this is Miss Malini, and today we're talking to Rahul Bose, and I told you that you could send in some questions on Twitter for him, and here we go. You can answer the ones you like.
Just in 140 characters.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see if we can do that. Thor Shammer says, this might be stupid, but are you still involved in the rugby team? Because you're one of the few vocal proponents.
Well, I stopped playing rugby for India last year.
Okay.
Because the team had to be far younger than I am for the Commonwealth Games.
Right.
So before they dropped me, I dropped them.
Okay.
But I'm still playing international club tournaments, which is like I'm the equivalent of playing for Manchester United, but not for England, if you know what I mean. So the competitive level is still very high, but I have to pick and choose my tournaments, and I didn't play for 6 months last year because I broke my nose for the 4th time.
Doesn't look like
and
it.
It was a 2.5-hour reconstructive surgery.
Wow.
It was very, very hairy. So I'm just looking for the next tournament.
Wow. Okay, and Vishal Mode says, where are you? There's so many movies out, we haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been?
Yeah, true. My last dimly recognizable film was Dil Kabaddi, which released 5 days after 26/11 in one of the most brilliant marketing miracles that any movie producer has ever put out there. Do not ask me why. However, after that I did release a wonderful film, but in such a tiny fashion that it got lost in today's mad world of Bombay, called Before the Rains, which was my Hollywood film that did really well abroad in the Hollywood context, but in India it just released and just died out. So in actuality I can say people haven't probably seen me since Dil Kabaddi, and even that wasn't a hit. So
Alright. Robin Gummy wants to know if you're going to run the next Greenathon, 50 kilometers. You run a lot though.
I ran 20 this time with Milind, who ran 100. When is the next one?
I have no idea.
Well, if it's the NDTV Greenathon next year, then I would certainly look to do not 20, I might do maybe 50. I might do it in batches of maybe 25 and 25. But prior to that, there will be, this year there's, the Delhi half is in October, the Bangalore 10-kilometer run is I think in July or August, and then there'll be the Mumbai Marathon in January, so there'll be things.
Alright, you will definitely be running. Also, Vineet Rajan wants to know why Aparna's daughter wasn't in the film and Raima instead. I don't know if there was some question about her being in the film to begin with.
But Raima is Aparna's daughter. Just kidding. Raima is not Aparna's daughter. Raima is Moon's daughter, and I think Aparna might have made a mistake. She might have said, get that Sen girl here, and then they must have just got Raima. No. I am absolutely sure if you asked Aparna this question, she would say Raima suited the role better than... She's so face-driven, Aparna.
Right.
I mean, she has to see that person's face in that role, and it's her call. But I distinctly remember everyone asking her this question, and she said that no, Raima has the face for the young widow.
All right. And just finally, Rohan 1504 wants to know: is there going to be a Jankar Beat sequel?
Well, they've been threatening.
Really?
There had been noises being made about that, and I've been pretty vocal about the fact that essentially sequels would be boring for the actors.
Sure.
If you drive your career based on creating a fan base, then you would love to do sequels. Because if it worked before, your fan base will come back for this. I've never done that. But if it's an interesting sequel, if I feel that there's something that I would do even if it wasn't a sequel, then I'll do it. Yeah, I would do it for Pyar Ke Side Effects, I would do it for Chankar Beats, and I would do it for Mr. and Mrs. Iyer. The 3 films I keep hearing that there would be sequels, but they would have to be standalone good ones, as opposed to just a nostalgic, pale, watered-down reminder of the previous one.
Sure. And Andrea Clear actually says the story of the Japanese wife is beautiful. She's read the short story, and she's wondering how it can be stretched into a full-length film.
Well, if you actually look at read the short story, there's a lot happening inside it, which, in a novel you would just say that, well, she studied for 3 years at Berkeley, and then she went across and did her architecture in Norway. Now, that could play out as a movie in itself.
Right, that's true.
So I think there's a lot of stuff that Aparna has. It's just a brilliant script, and Kunal Basu's seen the film.
Oh, really? Fact, what did he say?
He's on Facebook. He's talked about it on Facebook. He said it's absolutely brilliant. He had some nice things to say about me, which I bribed him, so he had to.
All right. And what is your Twitter ID? So anybody who wants to follow you, you're
It's Rahul Bose 1.
Rahul Bose 1.
Because
so
there were some 85,256 Rahul Boses.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
now of course Rahul Dry Cleaners, Rahul Underwear, Rahul Dentists.
One of every kind. Rahul, thank you so much for spending some time with us. And you can continue to follow him on Twitter, Rahul Bose1. I'm at Miss Malini. Keep watching. This is MissMalini.com.
जैसी सोनी तेनू कहीं ना मिलेगी जैसी कुड़ी तेनू कहीं